Este es el fenómeno chicharomanía, ¿no?
Ya.
Perdón, Dani, la persona.
Adelante.
¿Cómo está el Galaxy con la llegada de Chicharo?
Muy ilusionado, muy ilusionado. Ya ves aquí, Fer, que lo que provoca Javier, más allá de que tenemos jugadores muy importantes, incorporamos varios jugadores en, como le dicen aquí, el off-season. Estamos muy contentos, obviamente, con nuestros 3 jugadores de franquicia, que son Jonah, Cristian Pavón y ahora Javier como última incorporación. Y ilusionado por lo que puede dar en la cancha. Entiendo, conozco bien, como sabes bien, he dado un par de vueltas por el país de México también. Entiendo lo que provoca Javier en todos los sentidos fuera de la cancha, pero para nosotros es importante que es un gran jugador, que incorpora un gran delantero y que estamos ilusionados con él.
¿Qué tan complicado fue la negociación? Porque se llevó un poco largo, ¿no?
Sí, es difícil. Él es obviamente un jugador importante, reconocido en Europa, con mucha trayectoria. Formó parte recién del plantel de Sevilla, que es un equipo que está compitiendo en 3 competencias. Y al final, con la apertura de Monchi, de Jesús Arroyo de Sevilla, de la gente de Javier, yo creo que podemos llegar a... Pues que estamos aquí ahora esperando a Javier, que sea el nuevo delantero del Galaxy.
Denis, conociendo conociendo las cualidades de Chicharito, ¿no? Ese jugador de área, y tomando en cuenta la temporada pasada, ustedes al final de la temporada hablaron de trabajar en refuerzos para la defensa, para la media cancha. ¿Los refuerzos que han llegado ya fueron en base, tomando en cuenta a Javier?
Sí, la verdad, con el caso de Zlatan es un tema único y separado de todo. La conversación con él fue después de la temporada, con mucho respeto siempre le he dicho, hacia su persona, hacia las decisiones que él quería tomar en su vida personal, en su vida familiar. Quería regresar a Europa, que es entendible y respetable. Entonces, al final de cuentas, después de esto, obviamente, con todo lo que tenemos aquí de conocimiento del tema del fútbol, buscamos el mejor candidato para reflejar el sistema del jugador y cómo quiere jugar y con qué tipo de jugadores quiere contar. Entonces, reforzamos con Dani Acosta y con Emiliano Ansúa la defensa, en media cancha con José Clestan y adelante Alex Catay. Estamos muy contentos, aún creo que podemos cerrar algunas cosas más, en las siguientes más, pero no tenemos tanta prisa. Con la llegada de Javier, obviamente, es un pendiente importante.
¿Qué fue lo más difícil?
Contesta.
¿Qué fue lo más difícil de la negociación? ¿Qué fue lo más difícil?
Lo más difícil es que ha sido recién llegado y desempacado en Sevilla. Y es un club muy importante y hay que respetar, obviamente, los demás clubes. Ellos hicieron un esfuerzo grande de traerlo de West Ham, contando con él, participó, jugó, inició, entró en 14, 15 partidos si no me equivoco. Y para un entrenador y un área deportiva en un club es complicado de desprenderse de un jugador cuando está recién llegado. Entonces el hecho de que tenían la apertura, al final de cuentas, porque también Javier obviamente lo vio con muy buenos ojos y con mucha ilusión su oportunidad aquí en el Galaxy, pues les agradecemos obviamente su apertura.
Denis, ¿cuál crees tú, desde tu perspectiva en la negociación, cuál crees tú que fueron las cosas que más le enamoraron a Javier del proyecto que ustedes le presentaron?
Pues yo creo que para que haya una buena pareja y un buen matrimonio hay 2 personas que se tienen que enamorar. Entonces creo que para él es un momento importante en su carrera de tener confianza, importancia. Es obviamente para cualquier jugador de contar con confianza es importante y va a tener continuidad y va a tener todo el respaldo del club y del equipo y del cuerpo técnico para rendir acá. Es para nosotros un jugador con la trayectoria que tiene él, lo que ha mostrado en Europa, lo que ha mostrado obviamente en selecciones. Es sumamente importante de contar con un jugador con este nivel.
Denis, ¿han pensado en mover el tráfico a una cancha alterna por la atracción que tiene Chicharito entre los aficionados?
No, es parte del equipo y el equipo entrena aquí. Esas son las 3 canchas que movemos.
Para el partido.
Para el partido contra nuestros vecinos, amigos. No, ya luego cuando llegue este momento lo vemos.
Me decía otra vez, hablabas, perdón, de refuerzos que quizás todavía se tenían en mente. ¿Cuántos jugadores o en qué posición todavía les gustaría?
Mira, ya como empezamos ayer a entrenar, vemos el estatus del equipo que tenemos aquí con el tope salarial y todos los reglamentos que implica. Tenemos una junta en la tarde de qué más podemos hacer y seguro seguimos moviendo.
¿Le viene bien a la MLS una rivalidad Javier Hernández-Carlos Vela aquí en California?
Pues yo creo que el hecho de que hay una rivalidad entre los equipos ya es muy importante para el MLS. Es una rivalidad que existe en la cancha, tenemos una muy buena relación o comunicación con el equipo, pero es una rivalidad que obviamente nosotros lo queremos en grandes partes seguir teniendo nuestro favor.
Cuando surge la posibilidad de traer a Javier, ¿hubo un acuerdo con Guillermo Esqueloto de que ese era el jugador por el cual tendrían que ir?
Pues él indicó, obviamente él es el principal voto a favor. El entrenador manda.
Dennis, when you look at the league, going back to your time at Chivas and now, since 2015, this team has signed Steven Gerrard, Gio, you got Chicharito, Zlatan. You're paying salaries over $7 million. How has the league changed?
I couldn't imagine 15 years ago, to be honest. I remember that was the first steps to get an academy going and even have an international trip with teams that are of the names of Cruzeiro, Saprissa, whatever. I remember we played Real Madrid, we never heard of it. And they were like, MLS teams, would they actually have youth academy? Yes, they did. And now 50 years later, you see guys like Julian Araujo, trying to make it there. And you see obviously, money-wise, that if you go into an international market, we're still in a certain way that we need to get up to speed. And it's not the highest category for the 3DP players. I think that is for everybody pretty easy to understand. Basically, any team can do according to their sporting plans and their ideas, whatever they want, and possibilities. But if we go to the middle part of the roster, I think there's still ways to go and still ways to go.
How eager are you to see Javier in the field? How anxious?
I think.
Can't wait?
I think I can. To be honest, no. Let me just say one thing very clear. I've known Javier and his family for years. I've known him since he was a youth player at Chivas when I started working there. But this is a pure professionalism. This is something that we discussed before Christmas at length with our ownership, with our technical staff, with the staff that works with me. And we were looking for a certain kind of player. Now, in the winter market in Europe, it is very difficult because the market and the time is very slim and very short. So for me to go to a club and say, hey, I would like to have this guy, well, that's okay. Wait until the summer. Because it gives us time as a club in Europe to find a replacement or to find somebody that can step into his shoes. So it's not a very easy task for us in MLS to go into Europe in the winter break and get high-profile players. Normally, the answer is wait until the summer because we finish our season, in Sevilla's case, for example, we need to be very appreciative. They're fighting for a Champions League spot, they're in UEFA League, they're in Copa del Rey, and they're trying to find their way in the league. And you saw it last weekend when they played against Real Madrid. They started with Lyon and they had their new guy coming on the field. For them, it's also a difficult process. When somebody gets in the middle of the season, in the middle of all your competitions, get ripped out of your roster, and you need to be very respectful and very professional. Now, I must say that Monchi and everybody and his staff were very, very professional and receptive, and I think we created a very good relationship with them, but it's not an easy task.
Chicharito checks several boxes for you, and certainly the marketing portion of it is a significant box that he checks. If he were not who he is in terms of being the most recognizable Mexican player in this most Mexican of American cities, would he have been a player that you would have gone after?
I think with everything that he brings off the field, that's something extra, and that's a plus, and that's something that we appreciate. But on the other hand, scoring over 50 goals in 100+ games for the Mexican national team, which is a team that normally qualifies within the first 15 in the world, with him being on Madrid, on Manchester, and now he's been in and out squads, and he's been on and off the bench and whatever. He's achieved a lot. He's had championships. He's a world recognized player, and he's a guy that if you want to play offensive football, he is a dangerous guy. And I know him, and I think that helps that I know him personally, that he's a hard worker, and that helps.
How does it?
Any talent.
How does it change if it changes at all? What do you guys do stylistically? He's certainly a target forward and a finisher, and how much more does this make Christian Pavone so much more important?
I think he'll complement the likes of Christian and Alex Katai. Obviously, don't forget about Sebastian Leggett, Jonathan, Sasha Kleston. And these are all guys that I think with the work rate that he brings to the field and every day to training will benefit. He's a quality player, but we have a quality roster and we have a team that hopefully can compete us from when we start the league, and we're working hard to do that. So we keep ambitious and we keep trying to push everything going forward with bringing in players of obviously the quality and with the recognition and everything that he brings, everything on and off the field, like Javier to LA Galaxy.
Is it just a big sign today that
I couldn't really tell you because I was in the league when David came in, and I remember it was amazing, and I think he helped obviously the MLS being put on get a good place in soccer world. I wouldn't know what the impact would be, because I think this is a very specific place where we're at in LA with so many Mexicans, with so many people that know the game. I'll never underestimate anybody here because there's a lot of soccer brought to this place. And I think people know what they're talking about. And I don't have to tell you who Javier is and what he can bring and what he can do for the team, because I think everybody knows. But now how big his impact will also be defined, and how good he will be on the field. And I think that's the main thing for us, to have a very, very good striker on the field that will help the team push their ambitions even more forward.
Dennis, you've known him for a very long time. How have you seen him kind of mature, and why is this moment the right moment?
Well, I've known him since he was a young kid, playing in the youth teams of Guadalajara with his ups and downs. He was always, and I think that's his talent, he's always had the best feeling for positioning in the box and close to goal from a lot of strikers that I've seen. But now how he's matured, he went from Chivas in Guadalajara to Manchester United, where he had an impact, and he were under several managers a while. Now he went to Madrid on loan, he came back. He had a big impact and he started, and he had an important role for Leverkusen, which is not just some team. And I think these are all recent numbers. And for us to have somebody that is as eager as he is to come here, and for us as eager for him to come over here, I think it's the right moment and the right time, and probably this is the moment for him to come here.
Do you need another attacking piece, and how satisfied are you with what you have on the back line?
Well, we're still looking for both, for an attacking piece and an offensive.
A few days ago, there were rumors that the deal was immediately falling through. Was there any accuracy to that, or ever a moment where you thought, okay, this may not happen?
You never know. That, like I said, it's very difficult for a team as Sevilla, who are fighting on different leagues and in different angles, for a good position in both the standings and in the Cup and in the UEFA League, to let a big piece like Javier go. And I think for him to look at the opportunity to come over here and to be an important part for our project and our club and our team and the players that we have, I think it speaks highly of him wanting to be here, and it speaks obviously highly of the ambitions of the Galaxy to bring in a player out here. But it's not so easy, obviously. Like I said, the winter window is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah. Can you speak to just all of the changes, all the players that you've brought in, both on the back line and along the questions with Ty and so forth?
Yeah, I think in the back line we're still looking, and we're still finding our idea what we could do, because obviously this is a long season. There's a lot of travel involved, and it's like we noticed last year. There's a lot of wear and tear on the players with international games, FIFA dates now obviously being important. With both Danny Acosta fighting for a spot and Emilio Insua coming in soon, I think those are two very big pieces that will strengthen. Daniel Ster is coming back. The pieces that we had in place obviously are very well appreciated. And we expect a lot from our youngster like Julian Araujo, more experience now in the league of Rolf Veltjer and João Carlo. And it's important to mention also that we have a good opportunity for Nick Boy that comes out of the second team to the first team roster. In the midfield with Sebastian being a national team player, Jonathan a DP player, Joe Corona already making an impact last year. On the positive side, I think that is something that is a solid midfield. Now we added Sasha Klestin. We're looking at Carlos Harvey, a Panamanian international from the second team. So those are all little pieces, and we signed and will sign a little more homegrown players in the upcoming weeks. Something that we're actively looking at. And up front, we're happy to have Alex Katai, who's a DP player at Chicago. He created great numbers. He is a good player. He has experience, played in Spain, played in his home country, Serbia. Was imported in the league in 2 years in Chicago. And obviously with Christian coming back and now having a pre-season and a full season, and obviously with Javier added to the mix, I think it's something that we're in the right way, but we're not there yet. And we'll keep on working. We need to keep ambitious. We need to work hard. This is a league where there's a lot of competition now. Somebody asked me about the comparison with 50 years ago. Well, the comparison is different because other teams also invest. Kansas brings in Alan Pulido. Atlanta is an ambitious team. Seattle is an ambitious team. Portland is an ambitious team. Toronto is an ambitious team. You see that Montreal brings in Thierry Henry as a coach. There's more than enough of these examples that there's a lot of ambitious teams. There's two new teams, Nashville and Miami. They want to make, and obviously the right impression from the start. So we need to be working hard, and we need to be on top of things.
Does Chicharito trump Bella? I mean, you guys in LAFC, there's a battle for hearts and minds.
I don't know. It's up to them.
As far as Alex and Juni goes, was there ever an option or possibility of bringing them back?
Yes, yeah, we've discussed, and we still have an open communication with them.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.